Hey, Proxy Table fans. How you doing? I'm Lucky Sixes. I'm joined by...
Hyper G, here I am.
There's American accent.
Was it?
That's good. I don't know. Hyper.
Hyper G.
Anyway.
Hyper G.
And
the Gobbo.
yeah,
The Gobbo.
seamless. Yeah,
The
that
one,
is true.
the only.
Hopefully not, because that's not very powerful.
Well,
You don't know, mate.
No.
Goblin's power.
Yeah, power of the paint.
But we're not here today to talk about goblins. We're here to talk about the Empire of Sonnstahl.
Yes.
And this is part of our new-ish, I guess it's not new now, it's like a couple of months, series talking about the armies and our concepts of it.
Yeah.
Not really looking at the units themselves, but looking at army concepts, what we like, what we think when we think of, say, Empire, and just having a chat, really, about it. Might go into the units a bit, if you fancy it. But, and first off, to share their opinions is me.
Yay!
Yeah. And I like the Empire, and I but I don't really have...
You sound like you're starting an AA meeting.
Yeah. I am an Empire fan, and I don't really have much experience with them though. So I've gone a bit left field with this one.
Ooh.
And I've chosen as my main concept, because I do two classic, right? Halflings.
Ooh.
Yay!
hey!
I really like the idea of the conversions for Empire. I think they're really good.
Yeah.
They've got lots of good potential for conversions anyway. But I've seen a few of these about, and there's one in particular I haven't got a picture for, but I love someone's done like a proper on the green sort of like what do you call it, display board and stuff, and it's class. And I think like the halflings give like a good character to the Empire and stuff like that as well. And like they go along with like with this. I like this picture because it was like go along with like all the rank and file and stuff like that as well. And and I like the possibility of doing all the Hobbit style-y conversions for Empire. But really, they're just like men normally, right? But this is like the
half men,
the vanguard contingent that they don't really care about, is what I.
Yeah, I mean, 8th edition, obviously, not that we talk about it a whole lot. It had the moot, didn't it? Which is where the halflings lived. I don't really know if 9th Age has progressed the fluff enough in that direction.
There's loads in the homebrew. There's loads.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the 9th Age world is developing every day, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's surely not something that would be completely forgotten in possibilities.
No, not at all.
You've got some chicken riders there.
Yeah, they look cool, didn't they? But I quite like, that's the good thing about Empire. You can just put them on like farm animals and they look big.
Yeah,
I like that idea. So yeah, I got these ones. There's some more as well. Yeah, oh no, okay.
They're in your order.
There was some more chickens, but okay.
No, maybe.
But yeah, this is a cool one. Like
really
as a centerpiece tank, I guess.
Is that on a chariot base? It looks bigger in that setting.
No,
but I guess
it's huge.
Oh, is it huge?
It's an old Forge World model. It used to be the steam ship.
Oh, okay.
But it's a cool model.
Look cool, didn't it? Oh, that's cool. And then like I love all like the hobbits like flying around it, just like it's like they're pirates or something, I think. But yeah, the next one, there should be a.
No.
Oh no! Go back. There's one missing. Then clearly I haven't had it. But yeah, go back one.
Jesus.
Say with the hobbits, yeah. So yeah, I quite like the cavalry, the electoral cav sort of things, and like having like all the farmyard things on the hobbits was quite a cool little bit, really. I thought.
Yeah, definitely.
Like as well as like all the rank and file like infantry and things like when I think of Empire, I think of them as like the throwaway. Just I know you've got great swords normally,
yeah.
But like normally, I just think of them as the part of the army that just dies all the time.
Yeah,
But whereas you got the
meat shield.
Yeah, right. And then you got the cav stuff, and these would be demi-griffs. What they're called? Is that what they're called in
Knights of the Sun Griffin.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, they used to be demi-griffs, yeah.
Yeah, that's how little I know about the Empire actually.
I know all about Sun Griffin. Felix. Anyway, yeah.
And yeah, so but like the electoral cav and all the Sun Griffin Knights would wear like the nobility. So that'd be cool to have some like noble halflings. I think the irony in that itself is quite.
Yeah, I mean, usually when you see halfling pictures or anything, they're usually in ill-fitting clothes, aren't they, with their stomachs hanging out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean, just on this guy, I mean, the one just standing there, he has his belly out, doesn't he? I mean, that's kind of like the image of the noble halfling, isn't it? The clothes that don't quite fit for some reason, which is ironic because the clothes are smaller than the halfling, which is the wrong way round, really. But, you know, like, which tailor has made clothes smaller than the halfling?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm thinking about that way too much.
And this is a good one as a segue for my next part of the Empire.
Whatever could it be?
It's
now that's an old school pick. That is an old.
That is well old, but it's not necessarily the steam tank itself. Although I've got a few pics of steam tanks and stuff. Coming up because I love that's like the thing of the Empire for me is the steam tanks. They're awesome, but I think Empire have some amazing centerpiece opportunities with that, and look, they're cool. Look at them.
Oh man, that is wicked.
I saw that picture. It's not the most high definition, but but that's cool. That'd be like you can only have one, I think, in the Empire. But
is that right? Is it limited to one?
I'm pretty sure because they're beasts. They're well good. But
it's not one.
But yeah, like as a centerpiece, it looks wicked, and I've got some more centerpieces. I think opportunities in as the Hurricanum. It used to be called, and it's now
Celestial Arcanum. Is it?
Yeah,
Arcane Engine.
Arcane Engines.
Yeah.
Got this.
Gobbo's on it with Empire, isn't he? We just haven't played them.
But I like these. I got a few pictures of these. I like these for the centerpiece because it looks incredible. Like, and they're really tall. Like even compared to say like Gore-Tex or something like that, are actually really they're pretty up there. And I've seen a few of those. If you go to the next couple of pictures. Yeah, so really dynamic and really like detailed. I really like. But keep going. Here we are. Oh, Karl Franz himself. This is a newer version of Karl Franz, I think. But also, there's a lot of people that use this as like a statue on top of the Arcane engines and things.
Yeah, like
I've seen that a few times.
Metal statue, yeah.
Yeah, right. So they just like gold it up and stuff, and like add a bit to it, and that makes it even bigger. And I think they're really cool. So A for that sort of side of things, but B actually the things they give all the units are so good. They're like spells in itself, but they're like all the time and everyone within 6. So I think I'd have both if I'm honest. I'd have both of these and a steam tank. Can you do that? Yeah, the buff wagon lists. So I'd probably have great swords as my main thing if I could. Maybe they're more cav, but I'm not sure. I think great swords you have more of, and then have 2 buff wagons behind them, and then tank one side and fill the rest out with just magic.
Of course, the only problem with having both buff wagons on a unit of greatswords is chances are everyone will not just ignore it, and totally their whole game plan will be ignore that 2,000 points.
Yeah, but, that is true, and that
it goes back to Death Star, doesn't it? But, But of course, that's still a tactic in itself. If you're keeping 2,000 points on the board,
right?
Then you're okay. There's no limit on Arcane Engine according to this. So 7 Arcane Engines.
Could you?
I don't know. I mean, I might be reading. Oh no, that's in the mount section. Hang on.
Yeah.
0 to 2. 0 to 2 in the special section.
And are they part of? And they're in special, are they? Are they not?
They're in special. No, they're in special.
Team tanks. Okay, cool.
If you took one as a mount for a Sorcerer Lord, could you then have 3 of them in total?
Yeah, apparently. I believe so. I am really just looking at it very quickly, so don't like shout me down.
Or let us know in the comments if you
can.
And how many arcane engines can you have in a list?
3 arcane engines, 1 steam tank.
Would that detract if you had like all these different things? Would it detract from it as a centerpiece? I don't know. And it would definitely detract from the steam tank. Steam tank would look tiny and pitiful.
Well, if you stuck that big thing on top of it, yeah. Stick one of them on top of a steam tank as well.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Everything has that model on top.
So how many centerpieces could you get in an Empire?
Yeah, and use a unit filler and a big unit of heavy infantry as well.
Yeah.
Why not?
But yeah, so that would be. So I quite like the Hobbit idea, but I also like the centerpieces as well, and that sort of.
Because you couldn't come up with one concept.
God, no, I can't stick to one. There's too many, especially with Empire. The Empire are like the jack of all trades army.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
Like. So one's not.
Well.
One's too little.
Shall we see if Gobbo has managed to stick to one theme or not? He's trying to remember. Here we go, Gobbo. You're up next. Ooh.
Ooh. Just trying to jog my memory. No, I know. So one of the things I like about the Empire, especially in fantasy that shall not be named,
although we've named it a lot already,
I know, is the Engineers Guilds.
Okay.
So all the sniper rifles, all the people that are just nutty professors that make random contraptions. And I thought it was a lot of conversion potential to then do that as well. So this is just a couple of the new spells for AOS. But I just like the idea of the cogs and the steam, and so you could use them as something.
Yeah.
But we'll see what happens in the next photo. So lots of guns and gun lines, and because there used to be the Nuln Engineers Guild, the Nuln Gunnery Guild.
Yeah, it was all about Nuln.
So it was all black uniforms with bright bronze weapons and things like that. So that's just a photo that I took. Again, the idea of an Empire gun line, it may not work in the game, but I think it could look quite interesting if you get all the different like sniper rifles, you get like your couple of ranks kneeling down, almost like your Zulu Rorke's Drift sort of thing. So several rows of gunners.
I'm just looking at what limit there is on gunners, really. I mean,
they got like the artillery, and then you just need something to zone. So you have a couple of electoral cav units to like keep things back.
There's some ideas coming in a second.
Yeah. I don't know whether what's the range and stuff. Oh,
sorry, I've moved on.
What's the range of a lot of the gunline stuff? Is it
24? I think, isn't it?
24.
Yeah, handguns will be 24. Crossbows would be 30. But obviously, crossbows aren't gunpowder, are they? But...
There's so much AP with the gunline of that as well.
Yeah,
exactly.
I can't see a 0.40 cap on them or anything. There's usually like a 0.40 cap on certain ranged weapons, isn't there? Or sometimes in some armies. I can't see one in the Empire book on a quick look. So I wonder because you have all light cavalry, light infantry.
There's the cap in terms of the number of missile weapons you can take.
Oh right, okay, yeah.
But I can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
Yeah. Oh yes, they count towards core and imperial auxiliaries. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be your cap. Yeah, 35%. There you go. That answers that. Then it's not a 0.40. It's a 35%.
Is imperial auxiliaries include artillery?
Yes.
Or is that?
No.
Yes.
Let me see. Artillery is imperial armory, which is 20%, and auxiliaries are 35%.
So you could have over 55, over half of your army being shooting.
Yeah, I think so.
At least.
Yeah.
But things like your writers, your writers and stuff would count as well.
Oh, writers.
Felix.
I hate them.
That's Felix again, isn't
it? He schooled me with writers in my first ever tournament battle. Absolutely schooled me.
Alright, cool. What we got? This is dwarf, surely.
No. This is from 40k. This is a Scutari, so Admech flyer, and I just thought of an idea for a steam tank. So if you had the very Leonardo da Vinci sort of style wings and the different weapons and things like that, it'd be quite cool as a concept for an engineers guild.
Leo DiCaprio,
yeah. And then
Tom Hanks, isn't it?
We're heckling. Carry on, Gobbo. Power through. Come on.
So then you mentioned about writers, for example. So why not have these guys as your writers?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or as your light cab, for example. And again, it's all these engineer people. They're not necessarily going to be looking as metallic and as cyborgy as these, but the idea of the wings and the weapons being held. Do you remember the Dogs of War unit? They used to have a Birdmen of Katraza. So a combination of these with maybe some of the Corvus Cable Warcry band, with all like the crow masks and stuff like that. Be quite cool.
Could you have you could have like biggish birds holding them, couldn't you? And then you could have that be sort of like they're mounted but they're not. So like the wings. Like they're holding them by the
like
claws,
a paraglider sort of thing.
Yeah, that sort of thing. But it's actually a bird. So, and that's that way you get around the mountain.
I was thinking like jet boosters or something that get them like 3 feet off the ground and not actually properly flying.
Quite steampunky. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
Then engineering looking chap.
Is that his hair or a brain?
It's his brain.
Absolutely. Yeah. He's a clever guy.
Clever chap. So almost steampunky augmentation, but not too far sci-fi. It wants to be almost a Victorian sort of look, with like the clogs.
So like wood.
Cold clockwork. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And again, all the different parts and bits just hammered on, nailed on.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But he looks a bit Space Marine, that chap, but you get the idea. So again, candles everywhere. You've got the feathers.
What was the Empire character that has the like his own armor? Was it Voldark? Voldrick?
Volkmar.
Yeah, the Grim, wasn't it? He was like made out of metal, wasn't he, or something like that? Because
Balthazar Gelt.
Oh, that's the one. Balthazar. Yeah. He was. Yeah. He was Law of Metal, wasn't he? So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So that's your stereotypical engineer, madman sort of look. So again, all the flamboyancy of like the Victorian sort of Renaissance sort of style.
Yeah.
And also all the contraptions I think were quite cool. Similar to how you like to see in tanks.
Definitely.
Quite cool. Then ideas for cavalry. So you can have robot horses.
Didn't they used to have a mechanical steed? Who was it?
That's
Empire?
The one there.
It was Empire. Yeah.
Yeah, so the engineer could take it. It was rubbish. But
it was awful.
But you could take it. But if you had a way of making a unit of them, for example, so if you get to the next photo.
No.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Never mind. So this is a AOS army that someone's actually done loads of conversions to make them like the Engineers Guild. So lots of range finders, lots of telescopes, artillery, cannons, using your Hurricanum chassis and stuff like that to just make big like wagons and things, which is quite cool.
That is cool, man.
Yeah. Awesome. Oh, jeez. I really wouldn't want to go against that.
No, don't mean to date this, but it was fireworks night last night, and that was the idea.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Massively.
Cool.
That's cool. Smash up the ogres.
This is actually your last one, Ryan, so I'm not sure what happened to the one you were missing. But
So again, idea for cavalry. So having
nice
little
hamster
Victorian
wheels,
speed bikes and stuff like that, which is quite cool.
That is really cool.
You can use the new, because the 40k AdMech again have the new metallic horses. I can't remember what they're called. It's Scutari again. So you can. It's not going to be cheap if you're doing it like a unit of 10, for example.
Yeah.
But it's just a thought. But it looks quite cool.
Technically, you could like properly, if you were skilled, you could make them out of actual cogs, couldn't you?
You could
like just buy cogs and like literally just if you had those skills.
That's what they've done on most of that there. And I think some of it's from the Skaven Doom wheel.
Yes,
is the main big circular part.
Yeah.
All the little cogs and things, I think they just added in themselves.
Yeah.
And then you've got like again your Reiter troops inside.
Yeah,
because they would have mounted humans, like with their ready to mount something, wouldn't they? So awesome.
Exactly. Yeah. So my idea was all steampunky.
Down the yeah.
It's funny, really, because I mean, I don't know whether you guys are noticing it, but as we do these army chats, we're all like fantasy 9th agers, But a lot of the time, all of us do tend to drift towards Age of Sigmar, 40k, steampunk, futuristic, don't we? It's almost like we're pretending we don't like the futuristic side when we're coming up with these concepts that drift into them.
I just think it's already been done. So Lord of the Rings is how old? Lord of the Rings now?
Yeah, man.
Well, yeah, it's
it is a stereotype
since,
now.
Two Towers, I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's what, the film or the book?
Well, I seem to remember that Two Towers, the film, had to be delayed because of September 11th. The thing. But anyway.
Did it?
Yeah, I think it did because of what happened in America.
Oh, man.
I don't really want to talk about that too much because it was horrible.
Oh.
But yeah, I mean, the books are decades, probably nearly a century old, aren't they? I mean, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So definitely.
I think your traditional orc, your traditional elf, it's been done to death. So again, Empire, your normal human like Gondor, for example, or Rohan, it has been done so many times. Yeah. So I think that's why we're just looking at alternatives.
Oh, that's true. Good, well justified, Gobbo. Well justified.
Yes.
So, are we ready to move to my thought? And I am so glad that I didn't choose halflings. I was so close. So close to choosing halflings. I think it's such a
good idea.
Oh, man.
Is that a not safe for work warning?
No. I nearly had another whole load of pictures of halflings. So, we're lucky I changed my mind. So, my idea, less pictures of models, more pictures of cool stuff. What a legend.
Yeah.
What a legend. Do you all know who that is? I know Tom, I know Lucky Sixes does.
He's from Vikings, isn't
he? I don't know whether you're being serious, Gobbo, because you're a sarcastic little one. It's Game
I recognise him.
It's Game of Thrones. It's Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay, cool.
Have you watched Game of Thrones, Gobbo, or not?
First 5 seasons, I think.
Okay.
Oh yeah, don't bother the rest.
Yeah. But yeah, no spoilers, or I hope not anyway.
That's fine, go for it.
This is Beric Dondarrion of the Brotherhood Without Banners. I am a proper fanboy for what they did with Game of Thrones with Beric Dondarrion. I wish it had been developed more, and they'd been more of a thing as opposed to just characters to throw into a certain setting, which I won't go into because it does involve spoilers, obviously. But yeah, Beric Dondarrion and the Brotherhood Without Banners, I kind of think Empire, almost outcast Empire, is a really cool idea. Like, you usually have your nobles in their armor and good clothing, and you have the standard troops who are just in the front lines getting killed, like Lucky Sixes said. But I kind of think the idea of like criminals that have been thrown out of the Empire and are forced to be their own empire, like almost away from the main scene. And I mean,
Empire rogues.
Absolutely, yeah. It's sort of like rebels almost, but rebels with a cause, kind of like your Robin Hood, but without the
like a free company sort of
green
thing.
Tights. Yeah, free company. Yeah, exactly. And how they would embrace whatever technology or fire, like whatever they could get their hands on, in order to exist and to fight.
So it'd be like a bit of a mixed match of everything.
Yeah,
by nature. They wouldn't really have like a theme of shooting or combat.
No, they literally just have whatever weapons they could get their hands on and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And, I've got a whole load of fanboy pics of Beric because he's just amazing.
It's very good stuff. Did you do that yourself?
Yeah, I did do that. No, I didn't do that myself. I don't know who.
Can't wait till it's finished.
There's no. Hey, you're insulting someone else there, so be nice. No, I don't know who drew that. There isn't even a signature, but anyway. But then there's more of the Brotherhood Without Banners. Obviously, Miros of Thor. There, I don't know. Whatever. No,
Magic Man.
Thoros of Mir, that's right. I don't know, someone will correct me on his name. But yeah, he's awesome as well.
Moros of Theris.
The guy with the priest thing. Anyway, yeah, but like this guy is like properly, he's wearing like a chain shirt, but that's kind of like you said, just scrabbling around for whatever they can wear. And I like that idea. And like as you say, some of them have got bows, some of them haven't, some of them just like fight, but they're all sort of like coming out of the woodwork or coming out of the forest, and not sort of like the same like the Sylvan Elf theme. These guys are like forced to go into the forest because that's away from Empire, stuff like that. Yeah, I'm just Game of Thrones, isn't it? There are a few non-Game of Thrones picks, don't worry. But yeah, this is a banner of the Brotherhood without banners. It's like properly like spliced together, with materials. It's not fancy, it's not shiny, it's not no heraldry in there. It's just basic. Which I don't know, Brotherhood without banners, but that's a banner. I don't know. Anywho,
can't even stick to their own thing, can they?
Yeah, absolutely. But then, of course, moving away from the Game of Thrones side of things, they are still in the shadows, and for that reason, they would be mysterious. Like you would have the wizards still, and they would have their own sort of like almost a myth to them. So that would be really cool. Like the wizards are kind of crazy and respected as well. And then you've got the huntsman theme, of course, which are a part of the book. Like that they can hide, and obviously they're good against monsters as well in the book. I'm not sure how you would make your corps into not regimented. I guess just a rabble of infantry, as opposed to all dressed differently. So
is it free company? Is that
I guess it is.
So you could have a load of them.
State militia, isn't it? Yeah. Exactly. So I'm not sure how competitive it would be, but yeah. And yeah, just like clearing out the forests and having their own sort of empire realm in the background, really. And yeah, occasionally they cross paths with the actual empire, because 9th Age is very much anyone can fight anyone. So there is like properly reasons why empire can fight empire. And the whole idea of humans fighting humans is not a new concept by any means. That's humanity. So the idea of people being cast out and fighting each other is very prominent.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much more civil war there is in 9th Age because before there was loads.
Yeah, absolutely.
There was no one human. That was the point, wasn't it? But I don't know how much civil war there is.
Yeah, and of course I just threw this picture because I was looking for pictures of humans riding spiders and didn't really find any. But I found this one, which I found amusing, so I just thought, let's stick it in. Why not?
That's good.
Forest, sending spiders out. They don't have to be good rebels, do they? And then just a guy, just a wizard. I actually found one. Well, I think there was 2 pictures with models in. So give me a break.
I quite like the wizards actually as well, and the idea, and the models for the wizards are fantastic.
Oh, they're amazing.
But like the actual use of them in game is they're very versatile anyway. So I quite like to have a couple of wizards.
Yeah, I like the idea of the outcast wizard. One who's studied in the wrong direction or gone off against the colleges and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then just to finish off, my boy. Feel free to read that if you want. Just replace Lannister, Stark, and Baratheon with like Equitane and Elf or Vampire, and then you got up 9th Age, didn't you? So yeah.
Right. It's basically non-copyrightable. Right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean.
Oh, that's grim. You got another picture?
That conjunctivitis has really got out of hand.
Yeah. Blimey.
Do you want me to go to a different picture, Tom? Do you want me to bring back your little wizard?
Oh yeah, the wizard.
Yeah, you happy with that one?
Back. Absolutely.
There you go. That's what I'm thinking. So at least it wasn't double half-length anyway.
No, although double halflings is just like Empire, and it's just humans. So
yeah,
just on top. Double halflings is one person. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. Right. So. Anyway, no, thank you very much. All different again, which is good, which is nice. Yeah. We don't show each other before, so it is a lottery. But so far we've done all right. But we'll see for the next ones. But yeah, no, I hope you enjoyed that little discussion / rant about all stuff Empire. Some little talks about the unit, but again, it's more about the army as a concept itself. Let us know if you enjoyed it. If you agree with our concepts, you find them cool, or you've got your own ones that we've blatantly missed. Empire as well, I guess, like Orcs, there's so many combinations of things that we've definitely missed. 75% of the concepts and combinations. So let us know in the comments about your ones, your own
stuff. Ideas.
ideas and conversions and things like that.
Yeah.
If you want to get in touch with us, all our details are below. If you want Gobbo to make any of your own concept ideas come to life, then all the commission stuff details are in the details below as well. And you can find us on the forums and all the social medias as always. If you did like it, give us a like, give us a share, give us a subscribe, tell your friends, tell your mum. It's coming up to Christmas, let them know we're around. Well, we're not doing anything special, but just, it's Christmas.
Send your mum a link to the channel. That is the best present she could have for Christmas, isn't it?
Send your mums our way is the end message of this Empire Army chat. And we'll leave it.
We lost Gobbo. It's so disgusting.
We want to hear from your mums. Otherwise, I hope you have a good time. Stay safe, everybody. Wash those hands. And see you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Weirdest ending ever. See you later.